For this project, we're going to need the yarn. For a baby size blanket, I used 2 of these balls, which is 200 grams each, so 400 grams in total. And then a crochet hook and some scrap yarns to use as waste yarn, a scissors, and of course our knitting machine. Now for this project, I'm going to be using the 22 peg Addi knitting machine, but this pattern could be used with any knitting machine, whether it's the bigger one, the Addi or the Centro, it doesn't matter, it's exactly the same method. So we're going to begin with some waste yarn, and let's just turn till the black one over here, that's our first stitch, and we're going to cast on. So we hook it there under the first hook, then start turning slowly and putting the yarn back and forth, back and forth, back, forth, back, forth, just like that. We should finish on a back one, and here we reached that first black one. Now we're going to anchor the yarn inside over here, and now we're going to do a few rows with the waste yarn. That is going to help us afterwards when we close the panels. After we've done a few rows with the waste yarn, we're going to reach that first black one again. There it is, and stop right before it, before the counter changes rows. Now what we're going to do is snip the waste yarn and take the working yarn that we're going to use and anchor this one in, beginning that it should begin going under the first black one over here. And very important, before we begin turning, we're going to change the counter to 0, like that. And now we're going to do with the working yarn 150 rows, and that's the size for a baby blanket. Now for the first few pegs over here, I don't want the thread, since they're pretty loose, I don't want them to go anywhere, so I'm just going to hold on to both ends while I turn a few times, like that. Now it's nice and anchored over here, and now I'm just going to start turning until I reach 150 rows. Once you've reached 150 rows, now we're going to snip the working yarn, take it out over here on the last white one, and grab our waste yarn again, anchor it in. I'm going to hold them a little bit together, and we're going to do a few rows with the waste yarn. Once we've done a few rows, now we can snip this, and now just continue turning until the whole project comes off. There we go. And our panel is done. You could stretch it out a little bit, and there's our panel. Repeat this whole process until you have 4 panels of one color and 4 panels of the other color. If you're doing on the bigger 48 or 46 pin knitting machine, then you're going to need 2 of each color. Our next step is going to be to close up the sides of our panels, and for that we're going to use the help of the waste yarn to show us exactly where to close. So you take your first side over here and we're going to turn it a little bit inside out, and we're going to look for the first row of our working yarn. As you can see, we can clearly see it against the waste yarn. So before we begin, if you see that your tail is going up like this one, then we're going to need to pull it into 2 of these loops over here to finish up this stitch over here. What we're going to do is we're going to go into this stitch right over here. You see that loop, this one over here. So put your crochet hook through that, and then into this loop that has the tail of the waste yarn over there. And now we're going to pull this tail and pull it through both of those loops like that. And now we have the tail facing down, and this loop over here is nice and neat and finished. Okay, so now we're going to concentrate on this side, not the side of the tail, but on the other side. Here's the beginning, here's the first stitch, and we're going to count 11 stitches. Since I did 22 stitches all together, so I'm going to do half of that, which is 11. If you have a 48 or a 46 stitch tube, then you're going to do half of whatever number of stitches you have around. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So here's the 11th. I'm going to stick my crochet hook through that one, and now I'm going to find the parallel of it, which in this case is the one right next to it. Put my crochet hook through there and pull it through like that. Now I'm going to find the next one on this side, so that's this one over here, and pull that through. And now it's parallel, so the next one on this side, which is over here, pull it through, and we're going to continue this way until we've closed this whole side. Find the parallel, pull through, next one over here, pull through, here I'm reaching the end. I'm on my last one on this side, over here, and now the last one on this side. Just like that. And once you've finished all the stitches across, take the tail, pull it through that last loop that you have, and that's it. And now we're going to remove the waste yarn over here. If you don't need it, you could just cut it off. If you want to save it for a future project, it should be very easy to pull out. And that's it. That's how we close the top of our tubes. So go ahead and do that for all sides, and let me just show you on the other side. The tail over here is already facing down. We already have that loop over here, so there's no need to pull it through any more stitches. So again, counting 11, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, and closing it up. So continue doing that until all your panels are closed, and then we're going to continue to the next part, which is attaching each panel to each other. Once you finish closing all your panels, then we can start attaching them to each other to create this beautiful blanket over here. As you can see, the attaching makes a really nice pattern along the lines of the panels. So with the contrasting colors, you could clearly see it, and it makes a really nice pattern over here. So I've already attached a few, and now I'm going to show you how to do it. So you have your end over here, and you want to have a tail on at least one side. So either a tail on the panel that you're already attached, or a tail on the panel that you're going to attach, but you don't have to have two tails next to each other like that. You have one on one side and one without a tail on the other side. So now what we're going to look for is to find the row that's on this side that's going to be a row of V's facing downwards. So you can see right here under where the tail is, we have this row over here, which is the side row of V's facing down. So now let's find that same kind of row on here. Here is the side, you see it's folded exactly on the side, and here we found the row of V's facing down on the side of this panel. So we're going to pull them, we're going to put them next to each other, making sure that they are both V's facing downward. See, these ones are going down and these ones are going down. Grab your hook, and now we're going to go into the first V over here. So you might have to stretch it out a little bit, but inside of these V's, they have this little stick kind of in the middle of them, which that is what we're going to hook onto. So if you pull it apart a bit and push in your hook, here you see you got that little loop over here that's in between the two sides of the V. So let's grab this one, and now we're going to find it on this side. So the first V over here, it's a little bit hard to see since you have the knot of the tail, but you should be able to find that loop inside. Here it is, I found it over here. And now we're going to do very similar to what we did when we closed the panels. We're going to pull this one through this loop. So there we go, like that. Now we're going to look for the next one. So we're going to go into this little hole over here that we created when we pulled out that loop. And here we found the next loop. Pull it through the purple one. Now we find one on this side. Over here. Pull it through the red one. And that's basically how we go about connecting our panels. Always looking for the next V. Make sure that you're going to the next one and you're not skipping any, and you're not going twice into the same space. It's always going to be the next one over. Here it is. And now from this side, over here, and this side over here. It can be a bit of a tedious process, and it does take a little bit of time, but it's actually kind of relaxing and therapeutic. So just take your time finding those loops and pulling them through each other. Make sure that you're always following on the same row that you began with, that you shouldn't suddenly find yourself on a different row or a different row over here. Just make sure that you're following the same row the whole time. You could look over here and see that you're always on the same row. Once we reach the top, I'm just going to do the last one over here and like this. And now you find the tail that's over here and you're going to pull it through the loop just like that. And now we're going to hide this tail. Once we've connected all of our panels together, the last step is putting in the tails. So as you can see here in the first loop, after we made the first connection over here, so there is a little bit of a gap between the two ends. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on this side, and the one that doesn't have the tail, try to go through that first stitch over there and pull the tail through that. There we go, and now we closed that gap. And now we're just going to go a little bit in the stitches here and there to put in this tail over here so it should be nice and secure. And then what I like to do is go through a few stitches over here and just pull it through. And then just snip the end. And there we go. We made a nice neat edge over here. So we're going to repeat that for all the ends that we have. And that's basically the last step of this blanket.